Michelangelo is the poster boy for the late 80s and 90s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. When you ask any Gen Xer or Gen Yer to mimic the Turtles, most of the time you'll hear Michelangelo's impersonation. Like, yeah dude, Michelangelo was based on Spicoli from Fast Times at Ridgemont High. The Wild and Crazy Turtle. Michelangelo is a party dude, and his name is spelled wrong. At least for many years it was, and I'm okay with this because that's how I always spelled Michelangelo. I spelled it Michael Angelo back then and even now. It's just a reflex, I guess. Michelangelo was named after painter, architect, sculptor, and poet Michaelangelo di Lodovico Buonarroti Simoni. Like Leonardo and Donatello, Michelangelo also traded in his red bandana and got an orange one. Or did he? Now there's this reproduction sales flyer from 2009 New York Comic Con that's floating around the internet, and it shows Michelangelo wearing purple and is molded in the same brown plastic as Donatello. And in turn, Donatello is wearing orange and is molded in that Michelangelo green plastic. It's very strange. And check out that wacky spelling. Not only is it Michaelangelo, but it also has the two L's like Donatello. That's just crazy. Other than that, nothing else seems to have been changed from his prototype. Let's take a look at Michelangelo's articulation. His head can move from side to side. His arms can move all the way around. He has swivels at his forearms. And ball jointed legs. Now we'll take a look at his features. He wears an orange bandana, orange elbow pads, and orange wristbands, and orange knee pads. He has a darker shell and a yellow front. Michelangelo is also showing his teeth on the right side of his mouth, opposite of Leonardo. Michelangelo comes with most of the same accessories as the other four turtles. Turtle fist daggers, which are different, a comma, a weapons rack, and 2 ninja stars. Michelangelo's unique weapons are a pair of nunchaku, which we always called nunchucks. He also came with a belt that stores his nunchucks on his back. I always crisscross his nunchucks so that I wouldn't bend the thin, fragile plastic that was holding them together. Once they broke, my brother and I would then use them as dynamite. But it sucks since nunchucks are actually cool. Now when I got this Michelangelo, he actually came with one of his pair of nunchucks from the movie star's turtle. Now these nunchucks are much more pliable and they're actually meant to bend, so I like to use these all the time on his hands. Let's take a look at the portrait of Michelangelo. The Wild and Crazy Turtle. Vital tortistics, weapons, nunchakus, turtle fist daggers, ninja stars, and comma. Birthplace, Woody's Pet Shop, Pennsylvania. Hey, that's where Dan Classic lives now. Height, 5 feet. Age, 15 and a half people years. Weight, 150 pounds. Shell, hard and polished to a waxy finish. Michelangelo is a party reptile. Even though the sinister Shredder may be slicing his way through the manhole cover, Mike stays cool. Cool because he's a master of the whirling nunchucks. It takes 8 pounds of pressure per square inch to break a bone. The nunchucks generate 90. In the midst of the most perilous of battles, Mike can be seen swinging his deadly nunchakus in one hand while dangling a wedge of pizza in the other. Mike dreams of someday using Shredder's cutting armor to grate cheese on his pepperoni and ice cream pizza. Mikey comes from a different pet shop than the rest of the turtles, as we've seen with the other guys, and this time it's Woody's Pet Shop in Pennsylvania. Now, I know that these are all jokes, but I still kind of find it shocking that all of them were born in different pet shops in different states. Okay, so let's do the breakdown. Leonardo is 16 years old. Donatello is 15 years old. And last time we saw that Raphael is 152 years old. So that would make Michelangelo 152 and a half years old. This just blows my mind because forever and ever, we've always seen Michelangelo as the youngest. Michelangelo's portrait paints a different picture of him. Between the rest of the portraits, it seems to be the darkest. It talks about breaking bones with more than 10 times the force with his nunchucks, and it also says that he dreams of using Shredder's armor to grate cheese on his pepperoni and ice cream pizza. How does one go about getting Shredder's armor? No wonder he's the wild and crazy turtle. He's wild and crazy, but not in the party fun-loving kind of way. More of a bone-breaking, ninja-killing kind of wild and crazy. I guess since the other turtles got this treatment, let's check out what the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Other Strangeness RPG book has to say about Mikey. Michelangelo is the fun-loving turtle. He lives to enjoy life. He tends to hang out with Raphael rather than Leonardo and Donatello because they're too serious for him. He has a gentle, though mischievous nature that is not above playing practical jokes. He reads comic books and science fiction, and likes to sneak into movie theaters when they are playing double bills of E.T. and Robin Hood. Michelangelo would also be the Ninja Turtle most likely to play in a role-playing game. In short, he enjoys practicing his ninja skills, but also enjoys just fooling around. Michelangelo also likes to cook, and it is he who prepares most of the turtles' meals. In many ways, he is the hedonist and sensualist, appreciative of pleasures of the flesh. Michelangelo likes rough and tumble stuff and gets into good fights almost as much as Raphael. He enjoys sparring, and he and Raphael do a lot of this. He doesn't work as hard at the art of ninjutsu as any of the other turtles, except perhaps Donatello, but his naturally high physical prowess more than makes up for his lack of discipline. Michelangelo is adept to all ninjutsu skills, but favors a pair of nunchaku. The personal profile of Michelangelo is closer to what he's like in the Fred Wolf series. I'm not sure what they meant by the sensualist of the group. Oh well. Michelangelo is another classic figure. From what I've noticed, he is the one turtle that is usually scratched up in the front. And I'm sure that it's from a lot of plays since, he's portrayed as the fun-loving surfer for the kiddos.
Heroes in a half shell, not weasels in a cream sauce. Heroes in a half shell, they're tubular and way ball. Heroes in a half shell, they ain't no enchilada. Heroes in a half shell, they don't do the lambada. I wanna be a hero like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I wanna be a hero like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Heroes in a half shell, not weasels in a cream sauce. Heroes in a half shell, they're tubular and way ball. Heroes in a half shell, they ain't no enchilada. Heroes in a half shell, they don't do the lambada. I wanna be a hero like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I wanna be a hero like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
In the midst of the most perilous of battles, Mike can be seen swinging his deadly nunchakus in one hand while dangling a wedge of pizza. Oh my god. In many ways, he is the most hedonistic and sensualist, appreciative and pleasure. The hedonist. In many ways, he is the hedonist and sensualist, appreciative of pleasures of the flesh. Appreciative of pleasures of the flesh. Michelangelo also likes to cook, and it is he who prefers. Michelangelo also likes to cook, and it is he who prepares. It is he who prepares. It is he who prepares. I'm sure that it's from a lot of play, since he was portrayed. God, what can I get this right?